Now for our featured story of the day, fam. Cynthia Lummis let the cat out of the bag. She wrote, big things are coming with the Bitcoin symbol, and it all started here. So let me share my screen and show you what I got. We're going to be discussing the strategic Bitcoin reserve for the United States, executive order. We're also going to be discussing Bukele and Trump. They have a meeting today, a conference call at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be sharing any of the insights that I have so we can get to the bottom of this, of what's going on as the pretty little bitty continues. Going up forever, Laura. So yeah, it all started here with Cynthia Lummis. She made this tweet. It got a lot of views, already 50,000 hearts, 12,000 reposts, and she wrote, big things are coming. Stay tuned for 10 a.m. Now, I don't know if she was referencing her Wyoming time here because she didn't put Eastern or the time zone, but nonetheless, all eyes have been on Cynthia Lummis's feed. So we're going to start here. And so Kraken Exchange responded, by big things, do you mean U.S. Bitcoin reserve? I mean, what else is big? We already got Ross as a free man. The next big promise now that Gensler has resigned is the strategic Bitcoin reserve. It's on everyone's mind. So I can read between the lines, but we're going to go to her account, but I'm going to just finish going through some of these things. Trump and Bukele have a call today, which has been confirmed by multiple sources at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. What do you think they're going to be discussing? You tell me. Now, Max Kaiser wrote something here, but first I'm going to read what this says, quoting Cynthia Lummis. Wouldn't it be fun if the United States is buying Bitcoin and it scares China and Russia, so they start buying Bitcoin, and we have an arms race over Bitcoin instead of over weapons? Precisely what the high priest predicted. That's why he wrote here, don't know why she never gives me credit for this idea that I originated. He actually coined the phrase global hash wars. What are the hash wars? It's the race for countries around the world to gather the biddy, also referred to as game theory. So shout out Max. He actually did predict all this, and it's coming into fruition. And now they're talking about it, and now it's like spreading like wildfire. Max also wrote, printing meme coins is the same as printing US dollars. Both cause a loss of purchasing power. An example, inflation. Trump can't fight inflation by printing meme coins, US dollars, and calling for lower rates. Precisely. It's an oxymoron. It's impossible. It can't happen. Bitcoin's surge to 7 figures will be powered by these mistakes. 100%. And that's why Max is calling for 2.2 million, which he says is inevitable for this cycle. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the high priest. Now for some other breaking news. Cynthia Lummis announced here, I am honored to chair the Senate Banking Subcommittee on Digital Assets. Let's go. Quoting her here, digital assets are the future. And if the United States wants to remain a global leader in financial innovation, Congress needs to urgently pass bipartisan legislation establishing a comprehensive legal framework for digital assets that strengthens the U.S. dollar with a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Repeat, strategic Bitcoin reserve. I am humbled. My colleagues have placed their trust in me to chair this historic subcommittee, and I look forward to shepherding bipartisan legislation to President Trump's desk this year that secures our financial future. So now that she is the chair on Senate Banking Subcommittee on Digital Assets, what do you think is the most likely predictable outcome? Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. So shout out Senator Lummis. CZ wrote here, after Senator Lummis announced honor to chair the Senate Banking Subcommittee of Digital Assets, shout out CZ, U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve pretty much confirmed crypto moving at crypto speed again. So yeah, so to clarify, did we get clarification that Trump actually signed the bill or the executive order on the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve? No, in fact, he most likely hasn't. However, it's a process, and the process is happening. It seems, thus far, Trump is sticking to his word. What did he say he would do? He said he would fire Gary. Gary's already resigned. He said he would free Ross. Ross is a free man. And he said he would stockpile the Bitcoin and establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Cynthia Lummis wrote the bill. Do you think it's going to happen? Abso-freaking-lutely. When is the million-dollar question, but it's in play. Now, also, other big news just the other day, and I'm going to read it to you because I know it's cut off on the screen. But Senator Lummis and Eric Trump discussed creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve at the Capitol yesterday. So Trump Jr., or Eric Trump in this case, was just speaking with Senator Lummis at the Capitol yesterday about a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Connect the dots, read between the lines. It's quite obvious if you're to ask me what's really happening here. And then we got the news with, Bukele and Trump. As you can see here, Trump and Bukele are going to hold a call today, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, with El Salvador's Nayib Bukele. I mean, look at this. Two of the world's best leaders coming together to lift up the biddy. I mean, this is like a dream come true. Right now, I'm almost teary-eyed. Oh, my God. Thank God I'm wearing glasses. I'd feel embarrassed. And then you have the CEO of Rumble. President Bukele is ahead of his time. When every country was pro-censorship, he invited me to his country to reinforce how pro-speech and pro-freedom El Salvador is. Now, Tether is headquartering there, and Rumble will also open offices. Let's go. So, yeah, there's a rumor that at 2:30, there could be an executive order signed by Trump. It could be for the strategic reserve. I don't know. These are rumors at the current time, but things are looking pretty incredible, if you're to ask me. And then Cynthia also updated us here on her profile. There is a big lift ahead. It will require consensus building and loud voices. That means you and I, folks. So get loud, but remember, to codify a strategic Bitcoin reserve, we need majorities in both houses. Make friends where you can. So this tells us that the next step, it has to pass the majorities of both houses before it enters the desk of the Trumpster. At least that's how I'm deciphering these messages. You let me know your thoughts. David Bailey, the CEO of Bitcoin Magazine, wrote, "Rally behind Lummis and make the Bitcoin Act the law of the land." And let's see if there's any new updates since then. Shout out Cynthia Lummis. She's awesome, by the way. Just a little reminder, things are about to get crazy. This was actually posted last week. Emotions and excitement can run high. Don't send Bitcoin or crypto to some rando. Exactly. If someone's pretending to be JV, Cynthia Lummis, Trump, Bukele, Saylor, Kaiser, it's a scam 10 out of 10 times. And just make note of that. There's a lot of imposters and scammers out there. David Marcus congratulating Lummis. "I couldn't think of a better pick to lead the country on the path for the U.S. to win the global digital asset race decisively. A new era is upon us." And then she wrote here yesterday, "A huge thank you to the Wyoming National Guard members who offer support for the Washington for Trump's inauguration. We appreciate you. All the braving winter weather to ensure safety and security." But bottom line, big things are coming. I wonder what these two are going to be talking about, discussing on the phone today at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. You let me know. There's the news. There you have it. And if you don't know, now you know. Broskies. And I'm going to read the comments here for a moment. Welcome everyone joining us. Almost 4,000 of you on the stream today. And it's an early stream, so make some noise for that. All-time highs in play. We're only 3,000 away. I think off the back of this news, I don't think the strategic Bitcoin reserve is priced in. So off the back of this news, I think we can continue to pump. I think we can enter price discovery. I think we can finally smash 110, 111, 120, 124. El Salvador, let's freaking go.